live. Alrighty, we are live. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes before we start so that people can come in. So I'll wait till like 5 or 6 minutes. But we can chat in the meantime. Okay. So that looks good. Connection is good. Okay. All right. So hopefully the connection is good here, and we can go on with the stream. But it looks good on my end, and I tested it for like half an hour, and it looks good. So we will see how it goes. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit, and then we can start. Okay. So I'll let people join. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna wait for more people to join, and then we can start and get ready with everything. Where was I? Here. Okay. Okay. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. For anyone who's joined or going to join, just give it a. I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes, and then we can start. All right, let's start. Okay, now that we have a couple people joining. Hey CJ, how's it going, man? So I guess we can start now. Might as well. Let's see, is it showing up live on my? Okay. Okay. All right, so let's start. Okay. Just a little tired. But I did get a nap, so. I am ready for Season 2 discussion, though I am eating. That is fine, CJ. That is fine. That is fine. So I want to say, welcome, guys. This is going to be the Season 2 discussion. I'm going to go full-on spoilers, so if you haven't seen The Mandalorian Season 2, stop this video and come back later to see the whole live stream video for this. For this, I am... and I also wanted to say Happy New Year or Happy Early New Year, because this is New Year's Eve, so New Year's Day is going to be tonight at 12, so hopefully 2021 ends up being better than 2020, but we will see. Worst episode is... Okay, so now with that being said, let's get into Mandalorian Season 2 and talk about it some more. I'm actually not going to be talking about the first half too much because I've already done a live stream discussing it in detail. I think from episodes 1 to 6. No, 1 to 5. No, 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Yeah. So I've already gone into details, but just to summarize what happened. Well, not what happened, but what I liked. So the first episode is called The Marshal, written and directed by Jon Favreau. This is the episode where Mando goes to Tatooine and encounters the Krayt Dragon, and we see Boba Fett at the end. So there was a lot I loved about this episode. The Krayt Dragon fight was awesome. Just gave me just all the Knights of the Republic 1 vibes from that fight. I think they draw a lot of inspiration from that. So that first episode, they started off with a bang. After that, it got a little slow, and the next couple episodes really hampered the show for me and really hurt it for me. Like you said, CJ, episode 2 was bad. I'm not going to go into detail. It was just a pointless episode. Episode 3, I didn't like either. Episode 4, I really liked. I think they were gone back to the roots, and it was actually directed by Carl Weathers, which was pretty awesome. And I thought it was a well executed episode, really good action. So I really liked that. So now let's get into the second half of the show, and I think this is when things pick up. However, episode 5 with the Jedi is not when things pick up. I think it gets a little bad for me. So I have some notes. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna just go through the Jedi real quick, which is chapter 13. This is written and directed by Dave Filoni, and I think, as many of you know, there's gonna be a TV show based on this character that is gonna be revealed, and we all saw this coming. And we have Ahsoka Tano in the mix in this episode. So they actually go to Ahsoka Tano, go to this other world, random world, and the Mando encounters Ahsoka after telling her that that he was sent by Bo-Katan. So Ahsoka makes a deal with Mando. It's like, hey, I could take the child if you take care of this magistrate or this evil person for me. And I thought this was a pretty boring, and I didn't really I wasn't a big fan of this episode, to be honest. I thought the action was subpar, and they brought back the HK droids, which was cool, but it was like a different design, of course. I mean, that it has to be. And they freed the citizens from this whatever her lady is, and apparently she knew the whereabouts of Grand Admiral Thrawn, who was her master. So hopefully that comes into fruition in future things. I'm not interested in an Ahsoka Tano TV show. I'm not going to watch it whatsoever. But if you want to watch it, go ahead. But that's just not my thing. So Ahsoka just pretty much just refuses to train Grogu in the end. So it's kind of like, why the fuck did I come here? Just to introduce your character and then that's it? It's just like pointless. Like, oh, I have to go to another world instead. Like, it just seems like it was a sidetracked episode for no reason, just to introduce her and then have her come into the mix. So I didn't really like that episode. And even the fight at the end with, what's her name? Ahsoka and Elsbeth, what's her name? Was pretty bad. The concept art, they should have went with the concept art and did it inside the temple or something. That would have been cooler, but it was just like a really lazily put together fight, and overall not a good episode. It's not just the lore, but it was just overall the episode itself was kind of boring to me. So that is the Jedi. After that, this is when things pick up. So this is when things really get interesting for me. So let's get into it. So this is episode 6, and it is The Tragedy, and it is directed by Robert Rodriguez. So right there, I thought that was a bad sign. And the thing is with these episodes is we know who writes these episodes. because every episode they don't actually. I'm looking at Wikipedia mainly for who writes and directs it, um, and they only show written by the section. Like mainly it's by Jon Favreau, but directed by they don't really show that. So after this episode aired, and I looked at the details, it showed Robert Rodriguez, and I was like, really him? Because I gotta admit, I'm not a big fan of Robert Rodriguez. Um, as a director, I don't really like his films, but I do have to admit I did like oh man, what's that movie called? I'm blanking on it right now. Let me just look it up real quick. God, I thought it would be shit, complete shit. That movie. Oh God, I'm blanking on it. Alita Battle Angel, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought that was actually better than expected. Um, I thought it was going to be complete shit, Alita Battle Angel, but it was a surprise to me. So the duel between Ahsoka and was indeed mediocre. Okay, yeah, agreed. Um, so yeah, I was surprised by it because I'll get into the episode some more, and then uh, because this next episode was fantastic. I loved this episode, so you could see why as I go into the details. So what happens in this? The tragedy. So in this, Mando takes Grogu to Tython, and let me get my notes right here. And Tython's not a frozen world; it's actually like a lush green world, so it's different from how they interpret it in the EU. Um, so they land on this rock formation, and another ship appears. And I've waited for this for a long time, and I was kind of like, I need to see this person. I need to see this person like right away. And we see the Slave One ship with Boba Fett. Because we saw him in episode 1, and I've been waiting patiently and patiently for this guy, and he finally appears after episode 6. So I've waited a long time for this, and he appears with Fennec Shand, who was in season 1, and Mando had previously left for dead on Tatooine. So Boba Fett saves her, and she kind of does like a life debt thing to Boba Fett, and they both accompany one another and help each other out. And Boba Fett meets with Mando. So let me get my notes. And he wants his armor back. And Mando's very hesitant about it. He doesn't want to do it. Doesn't believe Boba is Mandalorian, which is stupid. I mean, how do you not know about freaking Boba Fett and Django Fett? But it's kind of like wonky in this culture now with the Mandalorians, because it's like, even in the EU, you had the true Mandalorians and the Death Watch. They think they're the true Mandalorians, and these guys think they're the true Mandalorians. And it's like, before all of this, and even with the Neo Crusades, they were fully united because they believed in unity. They didn't believe in, oh, I'm superior and I'm better than this race or whatever. They believed in adopting different races and not shunning people out completely. They lived in a true warrior society, which really encapsulated all these different cultures and incorporated it in the Mandalorian culture. I mean, because like the first Mando race was not even really human. And then, eventually they would be, they would encounter humans and stuff, but it wasn't. I mean, some of the first Mandalores were not even human. Even Mandalore the Indomitable, he wasn't not. I don't believe he was human. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, oh man, I don't even know where I was going this way. But it's just like they believed in confederating and adopting other people into their culture and stuff. So it's not like the arrogant mentality and divisive mentality that they have now. So it's kind of like, they're kind of like, how I envision them is like People like to say like they're Mongols or something initially, but they're not. I don't think they're Mongols at all. I mean, I think there's probably like different empires you could base them off. Um, I wouldn't say the Crusades or anything like that. Maybe the helmet designs, but that's about it. Um, so anyway, I don't want to go too much into the Mandalorian tangent. Uh, so the so as they're talking, Imperials come to ruin the party, and Boba and Fennec fight them off. Um, Now, I did put in my notes that Boba doesn't take the Mando creed because in episode 2 he was left alone after his father was killed. Um, but anyway, the Imperials fight against Fennec and Boba in this great action. Even without the armor, Boba Fett, played by Tamora Morrison, is just awesome. He fights with such ferocity and precision that is just like unlike any other warrior out there. And then Mando comes to help. Um, the Beskar pretty much blocks all lasers. Uh, then Boba gets his armor back and looking badass, I must say. And just takes them all out. And even takes out a fleeing ship in the air and destroys it with no fucking problem. I mean, this was just a badass uh, introduction or reveal of the character with his armor donned. I mean, this was just a truly badass moment. And yeah, it was just awesome. And then Mando's ship gets blasted down by the Imperials. So he would actually end up going with Boba Fett on the Slave One. So there is that. Let me go into this real quick. So then Dark Troopers emerge and they take Grogu or Baby Yoda. And if I didn't mention this before, but in the Jedi, the previous episode, they reveal his name from Baby Yoda to Grogu. So I guess that's fine. Whatever. But the Dark Troopers come, and I didn't expect, just like the Dark Trooper project, they're like these Iron Man. They almost look like Iron Man replicas, but they take Grogu, and Boba thanks him for the armor, then decides to help get the child back for him in almost this life-death moment. And it's just awesome because like now you can see Boba and them just work together throughout the rest of the season um, to get to their goal. You know I think that's pretty awesome. So they end up going to Navarro and encounter Cara Dune and want to get this ex-Imperial from the Mandalorian season 1 to locate that ship that took the child. And I think it's who is his name? Oh, Miggs Mayfield. Yeah. So they're going to break criminal Miggs Mayfield out of New Republic prison. So that is going to be the next episode. But then Moff Gideon appears. Baby Yoda force chokes some stormtroopers and delves into the dark side for a little bit. But it makes him sleepy. And then Gideon shows his dark saber to Grogu, and puts Grogu in shackles. Was kind of like sad, like this cute guy putting in shackles and stuff. But overall, this was a fantastic episode, and it colored me shocked when it come with Robert Rodriguez directing it. I mean, I feel like he really understood Boba Fett a lot and knows that I think he's a big fan of his character. I could tell from this episode. So I feel like he really understood his character, and I have to say I have a lot of respect for Robert Rodriguez now for putting Boba Fett out there in this epic fashion. So yeah, I loved this episode. It was great episode. All right, let's go on to the next notes. Okay, so we're going on to the next episode, chapter 15, The Believer. This is written and directed by Rick Famuyiwa. So in this, they Cara Dunn, instead of actually having to break this guy out, Miggs Mayfield, which is played by oh god, I'm blanking on the name. Bill Burr. Bill Burr, yeah. Who I was like really annoyed by, and even the episode he was in was really bad. It was just a horrible episode. Completely forgettable. But season 1 was great overall. So instead of having to like go into the prison and do all this elaborate prison break, she just arrives in the prison and just like, hey, we need to get you out of there because we're gonna help. We're gonna need your assistance, and you're gonna be doing this shit for us. So he eventually agrees, and he needs access to an internal terminal in order to get to Moff Gideon's ship or find the location of his ship. So they go to this other planet, and they hijacked a transport carrying explosive radonium, and they managed to reach the mining facility, which is these transports are attacked constantly by local pirates. So they get to the facility after heroically just fending off so many freaking pirates, and they get into this terminal. And the Mandalorian is forced to remove his helmet in front of others for the first time since he took the Mandalorian oath. The pair are confronted by Mayfield's old Imperial commanding officer, whom pretty much just brags about atrocities and so forth. And you could tell Mayfield is like, I don't want to encounter this guy at first, but then eventually he had to jump in. He's like, hey, this is my buddy, just to save Mando's skin. And then Mayfield is just, he's kind of like, he's like disgusted about the whole thing, about the atrocities committed by the Empire in Operation Cinder, which was originally mentioned in Star Wars Battlefront 2, the video game. So that was a cool connection, and Mayfield, eventually, he just is so pissed off with this fucking guy because this guy is just a propagandist and he's just an egotistical maniac who will buy into his side no matter what. But Mayfield has changed quite a bit, and he ends up shooting the guy because he's disgusted with him, and he regrets his what he did and the atrocities that were committed. So after that happens, Mayfield and the Mando escape with the help of Fennec, Dune, and Fett, and Fennec, what's his name? Mayfield decides to just blow up the place. He's like, hey, I got to do something real quick. And then he just blows up the base right then and there. And eventually they find the location of where Grogu is, and they send a transmission to Moff Gideon. But Mayfield was just pretty awesome in this episode. I was actually surprised because earlier, I have to say I was really annoyed with him, but then eventually he kind of, grew for me. Towards the end, you just like humanized him in a way that I didn't expect at all, and they just like threw a curveball at me. So they end up just letting Mayfield go, and that was kind of like the right move because he's changed. He's changed completely, he's not this one-dimensional villain that we saw in season 1. He's a different cat altogether, So I was really surprised by him and this episode, and I thought it was pretty good. This episode, it was not a bad episode. Then we get to the last episode, chapter 16, The Rescue. And this is written by Jon Favreau and directed by Peyton Reed, which is, I don't know about that. So, because episode 2 he directed, Peyton Reed. And I have a lot of things to say about Peyton Reed, but we will get to that after I discuss this episode first. So, Let me get to my notes real quick. Okay, so what do we have? All right, so it starts with Slave One chasing an Imperial shuttle in space. Um, Kara nicely kills a Imperial slime ball in the face, which is nice. Um, After this guy just keeps provoking her, like, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck off, you know. Just to get to this doctor, I think. So they get to that, and then they go to the planet and meet with Bo-Katan um, to for her assistance. And there's this other bitchy character with Bo-Katan's team, and he's like, "Oh, you're not Mandalorian," which is just fucking nonsense. Um, as I mentioned before, Mandalorians are about adopting other people into them, and it's not like you're born into Mandalorian and you're superior. It's like this supremacy shit, like whether it's white supremacy and all these different elitist. You're born into this, it makes you superior. No, it's not like that at all. It's with Mandalorian culture. And I fucking hate the Death Watch, man. They are everything that is against Mandalorian culture, I I'm sure they can change, but I'm sure they can change, but I just don't. I don't know. I have a feeling that RIP won't only way. Hey, I do my thing. It's whatever, man. It's whatever at this point. I'm sure the Death Watch can change and everything, but with some members, but it's just like in the EU they were all pretty much killed off, rightfully so, and gloriously killed the leader, whoever is. I think it was Vizsla or something. But I pretty much detest the Death Watch. They're fake Mandalorians. I would love to see them getting eaten by lions from open seasons. That would be pretty glorious. Bo-Katan. But anyway, she wants Mandalore at all costs, so she makes a deal with what's his name, Mando. So Mando agrees to fight for her. So to fight for her to get the dark saber and reclaim Mandalore. But for some reason, when Boba was fighting this random Death Watch bitch, he still struggled in the fight. And I have to admit, I did like the armor, but I am not a fan of like the little robes and stuff. I think that's kind of gotten old for me. I'm kind of like an old school, like his classic outfit. But I think maybe just take out the robes and go with like his classic design, or not so much like his classic design, but maybe like take the robes off and put some more armor and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool, or put a cape or something like Mando does. I think that would be pretty awesome. So yeah, I mean I still like it. I like the brighter colors, but it's whatever. Um, okay, so what else happens? They get Okay, let's see. So then they use like an Imperial shuttle to get close enough to crash land on Gideon's cruiser, with Fett pretending to attack them in Slave One. And then Bo-Katan, whatever his name is, Fennec, and Dune fight through stormtroopers to the cruiser's bridge. And I have to admit, and then meanwhile, the Mandalorian fights a Dark Trooper, barely defeats one of them with Beskar's spear, and ejects the rest into space. And he eventually fights Gideon with the spear and overpowers the Moff, who's wielding a Darksaber, making him the new rightful owner of the Darksaber, which makes him become Mandalore or something. I don't know. They kind of change it up. Like, it's usually like the strong leaders who end up being Mandalore, and can't change their armor or anything like that. It's kind of like the Darksabers. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. They just interject into the Disney canon stuff, so it's whatever. So I gotta admit, before that time, if before Mando even struggles with the Dark Trooper, the first half of this episode is not great. I thought the action was pretty subpar. They're just kind of like just plowing through stormtroopers, no problem, and the action's pretty boring. I thought the first half of this episode was not very well executed. Just in my personal opinion, that's how I feel. You may feel differently, but I just thought it was not a great first half, and it just shows with Peyton Reed. He's just not a consistent director. But anyway, so the Dark Troopers fly back onto the ship, but okay, let me actually get into this. So the first 18 minutes, I would say that the action is pretty subpar. So yeah, okay. So the Darksaber is supposed to mean that someone can get the Mandalorian throne, which is kind of nonsensical. They kind of value power and strength and leadership more than anything. One weapon just doesn't mean anything to them. But this is Disney canon, so that's how I see the Mandalorians. Okay, so the Dark Troopers kind of pin them into one area, and all of a sudden we see one X-Wing appearing, and a robed man appears, and it's a Jedi. And unfortunately, someone fucking spoiled this for me on YouTube, so fuck that guy. Because I wanted to be surprised like everyone else was. But freaking Luke Skywalker takes all the freaking Dark Troopers out like no problem with his green lightsaber. And it was very much reminiscent to the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One, which was pretty good. Well, it was okay. I mean, I wasn't like, okay, it's like whatever to me. This was fine. I liked it. It was definitely pretty awesome to see Luke come back. I thought that was really surprising. I knew from the robes and the green lightsaber, I was like, yeah, that's gotta be Luke. It makes sense in this timeline. So apparently, because Luke comes is because that Grogu contacted him on Tython, and that's why Luke comes. It just took him like 2 episodes after that point to not come. It was not me. Yeah, no. It wasn't you, CJ. Don't worry. It's not you. It was just someone else who spoiled it for me way ahead. Like, I didn't get a chance to watch the episode on that day, so this motherfucker spoiled it the next day, and I was just like, fuck you. That was whatever, though. So Luke appears, and it's pretty glorious. You know, the action is pretty good. And then he reveals himself, and I gotta say the CGI was not really good. It's definitely better than Leia in the Rogue One. That was pretty fucking awful. I actually had to stop it and take a photo because like the coloring was like so obvious, and like 3/4 of his face is CGI, and the rest is like it's kind of like from his mouth down is like it just seemed really off to me. And then you also see R2D2 also show up. The audio is kind of off for the voice is kind of off for Luke. It's kind of weird to me to see his face like that. I know some people were freaking out over it, like, oh, it's exactly like Luke. I'm just like, it's whatever. It's not. I don't think so. And Mando has to make a tough decision and ends up giving up the child to Luke. And that's a sad goodbye for sure. And Mando actually takes off his helmet just so he could see his face. And then Luke takes Grogu, and that's sad. But wait, there's more. It's amazing to see that Luke Skywalker was deserved in the sequels. Be here, Skrook, Jake, Aelin. It's amazing to see that the Luke Skywalker we deserved in the sequel. Be here, Screw, Jake, Alien Milker. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who Jake is. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, so the episode ends with Luke taking Grogu. And then we just see them all just still be on the bridge, just just looking back at him. So before I get to my little issue that I had with this earlier, but it kind of makes sense with this part. But the episode's not over yet because there's an after credits scene. Because usually with the credits, there's usually the concept art that appears. For once, there's no concept art. I still would have loved to see concept art, but there was no concept art whatsoever. So I was like, okay, there could be more because this is an unusual way to put it. So after the credits, there was another scene where on Tatooine, a fat Twi'lek, we know as Bib Fortuna, is sitting where Jabba is, and someone shoots at the guards, and it's Fennec, and then Boba appears and shoots Bib and takes his throne apparently for some reason, and the show ends. So he's apparently like this new criminal boss or something. I was kind of like, that's kind of weird. But thinking about it more, I think the possibilities could be pretty cool with this. I still would have liked to see him eventually down the road become this more dominant Mando line, like go down the true Mandalorian route, or go to Mandalore at some point. I think that would be cool. Okay, what is this? Okay, Jake Alien Maker is Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill calls that Luke Jake Skywalker, but I call him Alien. Oh, Jake. Yeah, he's everything that is not Luke at all. Jake Alien Man. Oh man, yeah, you could tell. Yeah, even freaking Mark Hamill didn't like that character in The Last Jedi, so that should tell you something. So going back to this, I have to admit I was kind of disappointed with this episode because I wanted Boba to be more of a factor, but he really wasn't at all. He just commanded the ship and that was it. He just drove them to one place and that was it. Then he left, and then he appears at the end, which is cool because it sets up for a Book of Boba Fett TV show, which is awesome. I'm excited for that. Don't get me wrong. But I thought this episode would be even more badass with Boba Fett appearing and the action being more better in the first half of the episode. But I mean, seeing Luke Skywalker, that's a huge thing. That's awesome. So we'll see how they pull it off with Mandalorian season 3 because it leaves off on sort of a cliffhanger with the rest of the characters because you have Bo-Katan still being pretty pissed off over Mando because Mando thinks he can just give the Darksaber to her and, I got the Darksaber, but I'm going to give it to you. But it doesn't work like that because apparently if you have the Darksaber, you can actually hold the Mando throne. So she can challenge him and they're going to fight with one another because if she takes the Darksaber just willingly, it wouldn't mean her take on the throne would be legit. So she actually has to acquire it through a fight, So I think there's going to be a lot of tension and they're going to fight with one another. So let me wrap it up real quick with this episode and then go into kind of like my expectations with season 3. I did wanted to see more Boba in this, but I wasn't too dissatisfied that he wasn't there outside of Slave One. Yeah, yeah, nah, yeah, I agree. So overall, I thought this episode was really it was good. I don't think it's as great as people make it out to be because the first half was kind of meh to me, and then the second half is when things get really interesting. Um, so I mean, it just shows the problems with Peyton Reed as a director, but at the same time, there was a lot of good stuff that happened in this episode for sure. Uh, so yeah, that's Mandalorian season two, and let's get into my thoughts of this. I'm not gonna give a rating or anything. I'm actually gonna do a separate non spoiler review later on down the road. I got a bunch of other videos too, man. Um, so I would say this season is not as good as season one, in my personal opinion, but I think it's still a pretty good season. It's really good, and there's a lot of great stuff that happens. I just think that there were a couple episodes, and even the season finale, first half, just didn't were not really good, in my personal opinion. Um, that really held it back for me. But it's still an exciting and really good show, and I definitely like it. Definitely his best work in Mandalorian compared to episode two. Episode two, yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I there was a lot of good stuff that happens. With the first episode, the Marshal, that was pretty good. Um, the Siege is not bad. Tragedy was awesome. Would I say it's the best? I would say that's the best episode for me because I'm a big Boba Fett fan. So, seeing him just in his all of his glory, I have to rewatch that episode because that's just how glorious that episode was. Uh, but that's my favorite episode for sure. Believer's not bad, and then the last season finale, not bad. I thought it was good. So it's definitely a really good show, and there's gonna be potential for there's other freaking show Disney shows like Rangers of the New Republic, which is probably just gonna focus on Cara Dune and maybe her own side things going on. I think Mandalorian season three will have a lot of interesting things, and then Mandalorian season four will probably have this huge like Avengers lineup where it's like Rangers of the New Republic, maybe Ahsoka, and Boba Fett appearing into the mix eventually down the road in this huge conglomerate because they're already paving the way. They've already paved the way for all these different shows, and they already, revealed at the end that there's going to be a Book of Boba Fett TV show, which I'm the most excited for, of course. So I'm looking forward to how they're going to explore Boba Fett's character and his past and how he is as a character, like is as a person in himself, and what he does in the future. Um, I think for now they should explore his past some more, and then go into the future, maybe with season two or something. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's supposed to be like a mini series and it's supposed to be like one season. So hopefully they do a lot with him. Episode 6 made me want to play Star Wars Bounty Hunter on my GameCube. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Agreed. Yeah, because he had the original Tamora Morrison also doing the voice acting for Django Fett. Um, you know, Tamora Morrison is a Mandalorian icon, and he's just an amazing actor. So it makes the most sense uh, to bring him back, of course. Um, so it's going to be interesting with Mandalorian season three, and what I see coming out of it is basically Bo-Katan and Mando are going to be rivals from this point on, and I think Mando is going to lose in this fight against Bo-Katan at first because I think he's very still conflicted about the whole thing with Grogu, and he's very emotionally wrecked over everything. I think he's just destroyed as a person right now. Emotionally right now. So he's not like calm and collective like he was in season 1 or season 2 earlier. So I think he's gonna lose against Bo-Katan, and Bo-Katan is probably gonna get the Darksaber. And I feel like she's gonna be like a really ruthless dictator, much like Vizsla. I don't know how pre-Vizsla was. I have no fucking clue. I don't really care. But I think she's gonna be like a ruthless, evil dictator. And later on, I think Mando is gonna get into the mix, and after seeing like the atrocities she's probably gonna commit, I think he's gonna come in and battle her and eventually just kill her, or force to kill her because he doesn't want to kill her, but force to kill her, and probably take it the Darksaber at the end, even though he doesn't want it at all. He's probably gonna learn that this is the only way to save the people by killing this fucking dictator. This is just my predictions of what's gonna happen, but I might be completely wrong. I would love to see that happen though, but we'll see. I guess I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities for season 3 for sure. I might be completely wrong, but I'd love to see it happen. I don't know what you guys would see. Tamura Morrison, super badass in live action as Django Fett, even years after episode 2, Attack the Clones. Absolutely, yeah. Everyone, I mean, who hates Tamura Morrison? Like, the guy is awesome, and he's a good human being, too. Like, he's just a fantastic person. And not just as an actor, but as a person himself. He's just fantastic. He's a good, he's just great. I think you're crazy if you think Tamura Morrison is terrible or bad. As Django Fett or Boba Fett, like I think you're nuts. You're smoking something. Okay, so overall, pretty good episode or a pretty good season for season 2, and yeah, it leaves people excited for season 3 for sure, and the other TV shows. Boba Fett is definitely my most anticipated, and then it's Mandalorian season 3 for sure, and they're both coming out in December. So December is gonna be a crazy month with 2 freaking TV shows at the same time, Disney Plus TV shows. I still gonna cancel Disney Plus because I'm just kind of I was disappointed with this year. I was kind of like expecting them to do some more. I felt like I wasted money on it because the only thing that was really worth it for me was The Mandalorian. And I've already watched it at this point, and yeah, I mean, I'll probably just come back to it eventually in March or something, or April, because when the Marvel stuff comes out. But I know the first Marvel show is coming out in January, but I want to wait for that. I'm not in any rush. But I'll probably come back to Disney Plus in April or something. I think that's when Falcon and Winter Soldier is gonna come out or something. So I'm excited for the Marvel TV shows and how they're gonna do that too. So we'll see how that goes. And those who hate him are probably those OT that hate Tamura voicing Boba in episode 5 special edition. Yeah, most likely. The people who hate him are probably those original trilogy fanboys who want everything to be exactly the same, nothing to be changed whatsoever. Even though this minor thing is like not even the biggest deal, like whatever. They're fucking idiots, man. Those people. Okay, so yeah, this live stream has been going great. No drop frames, nothing. And I tested it out before, and it's just been doing great. So this is a good. This is a great sign. So, I'm actually looking forward to Monster Hunter. I must say, just to watch that movie and just being like, I no correct no. I'm actually looking forward to playing Monster Hunter, not fucking. Not fucking watching that movie, because last week I was kind of like feeling really I actually threw up, and I think I was playing too much video games at the time, so it just gave me a huge fucking headache, and I ate too much food and stuff. So at night I couldn't sleep, and I actually threw up quite a bit. So I'm actually glad I didn't watch Monster Hunter last week, but we'll see how it goes with that. I mean, I could do like a live stream of me just watching, me and UCJ, um, of our reaction, but I don't think that would be interesting. I don't think people would want to watch that. Um, but I can do a review for it. It's just gonna take like probably February or March or something until I come out with the video for that, because I have a lot of shit right now, and especially going into January, I got a lot of top 10 lists, top lists, whatever. So yeah, CJ is looking forward to his favorite movie of all time, his most anticipated movie of all time, in Monster Hunter. He's very much looking forward to it, so just to let you guys know. I'm also looking forward to. So, guys, I recommend you check out the State of Star Wars YouTube channel. I don't think I've put it in the. Actually gonna put it in the description right now, just so people know. But yeah, I'm gonna put the State of Star Wars YouTube channel in the description below, just in a second. But we have a lot of stuff going on with the State of Star Wars YouTube channel, and we're gonna be busy for quite some time. Let me just find the State of Star Wars channel real quick, and then put that link. So just give me a sec, guys. So if you haven't already, check out YouTube channel here. Okay, and I will save that. Okay, I put it in the description. So if you guys can check out the State of Star Wars YouTube channel, it's kind of like another server that I'm a part of on Discord and stuff, and they have a YouTube channel where they discuss, everything Star Wars and stuff. But I've been a part of doing the Boba Fett stuff, Boba Fett comic stuff. Boba Fett reviews. I was a part of that, as well as the Mandalorian episode reviews. And this latest episode review we're going to come out with, we're going to have episodes 6 through 8. So we're going to have 3 episodes combined into one, because we were just late to the party. So we had a lot of stuff going on too. So I'm looking forward to that. And I also will be, we'll also be doing a Shadows of the Empire video as well. Let me see if I can get where's my live stream at? Okay. So I'm not gonna say anything more. So looking forward to the State of Star Wars stuff in the future, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff, I must say. So I will say I'm also working on a review for the upcoming Boba Fett TV show, the Boba Fett Omnibus. I'm practically done all the stories except for one, which is an extremely long story, but I have to read this and then work on the review for that. But yeah, I know. It's okay, CJ. It's okay. It's okay, CJ. It's not a big deal if I spoil. Shut up. Trust me. No one's gonna be like, "Oh my God, they revealed it. They're gonna do this. Now we gotta." Oh my God. Don't worry. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I can always edit this out too. Like after the live stream is done, I can always edit it out too, because usually people watch after the videos are done. So, but I have the Boba Fett omnibus. I have one more story to do, but I have a lot of other videos to do at the same time because it looks like based on. Okay, that's fine. No, don't worry. It's not like I'm putting shadows in the description like, oh, we're doing this now, and this is the way. Indeed, Red Norse. But yeah, this was oh wait, what was I oh god. Yeah, based on the list you guys voted on. Let me get my YouTube page. Display capture. Okay. Creator Studio. Where did I go? Okay. Hold it. What are you doing? Okay, so hold on a second, guys. I am going to my posts. All right, so based on my post, it looks like I have to do them all. So let me put this a little bit down. That which of these lists should I do? Okay, let me go view post on YouTube. Okay, this is better. Okay. Which of these lists should I create for 2020? And overwhelmingly, everybody just said just do them all. So the choices were my best and worst movies of 2020, my top TV shows of 2020, my top 10 games of 2020, or just do them all. And overwhelmingly, everyone picked just do them all. So I got 3 videos I need to work on in these next coming weeks, which is going to be a fucking pain in the ass. But I just recorded my best and worst movies, so there is that. I just have to. This is going to take a long fucking time, though. This one, the top 10 games. But the TV show one shouldn't take too long, but whatever. Let's see. Where is my going back to this? Hey, Happy New Year, Red Norse. Happy New Year, man. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna come to 2020 is gonna be ending pretty soon, man. Here's to 2021, hopefully better, because 2020 is easily the worst year. There's no doubt doubt about it. Wasn't there even any movies in 2020 besides Monster Hunter and the Sonic movie? I mean, there was a few movies. There was like oh god, I don't want to spoil my list. There was Invisible Man, technically 1917. There was like, yeah, there was a couple, and I mean even Tenet came out, but I'm not gonna count Tenet because I haven't seen it yet. I mean there was a couple in like from January to March that came out that that I did like. No, I didn't even. Did I even watch movies in March? I don't even remember. God, that's so long ago. Feels like forever. God, but yeah, I'm gonna watch Monster Hunter with CJ. So just to let you guys know, I'm gonna go endure some torture as a Monster Hunter fan. I have to watch Monster Hunter movie just to see how shit it is. I know people like Angry Joe want to give it a pass and all, but you know. We'll be the judge for it. Monster Hunter fans will be the judge for it. I literally got no movie news for 2020 because theaters were closed. There was like also HBO Max, which I let me get HBO Max. I don't want to show my account or anything. thing. But okay. So HBO Max actually has some interesting stuff to say the least. Wonder Woman. I don't want to go into tirade with Wonder Woman, but easily one of the worst superhero films and worst films I've seen this year. Like, there was a couple of bad films this year, but that is just easily like really bad. Um, and I'm surprised about like how many like interesting movies there are on here, and TV shows and stuff, because it not only combines HBO but it also combines like all these different things that I didn't expect. So, because I'm a Roku user, so I don't really had HBO Max for the longest time. It is only until now that I've really started engaging into it. But that was like a brand new movie, Wonder Woman. It's only for HBO Max. It's only out for 30 days. We can talk about this Wonder Woman 1984 in another like in a private conversation, CJ. Because it is worth talking about. But I was surprised by how bad the movie was. I'll just say that. It was directed and it was also, I think it was co-written or mainly written by Patty Jenkins. So because she got involved in the writing process, it kind of showed. So I don't want to say anything more. I don't want to say anything more. But yeah, so I think yeah, 19 okay, so I think with the new movies that are going to come out for HBO Max, I haven't seen Shazam yet. I still need to see that. Because of this movie, I'm glad I didn't see this movie in theaters because I would have been like, I wasted my fucking money for this. Um, the brand new movies that are going to come out, they're going to be available for 30 days on HBO Max. So you don't have to go out in theaters and have to see it. Like, oh, this is a brand new movie, I have to see it. Because of COVID and everything, they don't want you to risk it. And I don't want to fucking go out in the theater right now. No fucking way. So I'm glad to have, you know, the ability to see new movies, brand new movies, during this time, this crazy time, through the live streaming. And I think it's in 4K, I think, when I watched it. I think it was 4K. I think it says, yeah, it says 4K Ultra. Okay. Where available. I think, I don't know if it was in 4K or not, because it didn't seem like it was, like, really a good-looking film. I don't know. Oh, God, I need to see the Chernobyl again. I've already seen it twice. I need to see it a third time, because I loved this show. Is it available in... Let's see. I thought it was 6 episodes. I guess it's 5 episodes. Whatever. Yeah, we'll deal with Wonder Woman later. But I love HBO Max. I think that's pretty freaking cool. I don't... No, I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's pretty damn good. Because it says all the Studio Ghibli films. I'm trying to watch Kiki's Delivery Service. But I really like this movie right now. And having all the Studio Ghibli films, and I always had trouble like trying to find where the Studio Ghibli films were, because I'm a huge Studio Ghibli fan. Just having that and all these different TV shows and movies, and it's not bad. Not bad stuff. So I'm going to go back to myself. Okay. Thankfully with Monster Hunter, we won't need to pay anything to see it online. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Okay. Yeah. I've actually been playing a lot of Fallout 4, surprisingly, because I have a lot to say about Fallout 4, but I don't think I'll dive into that in this live stream. But I've actually been replaying Fallout 4. I'm actually having a blast, which is pretty surprising for me, I must say. Oh, they have cats on here, fucking on HBO Max. If I want to endure fucking torture, I would see fucking cats. But there's no fucking way I'm going to see that movie. No fucking way. No way. uh, you'd have to pay me. You have to pay me like $50 to see Cats, because there's no way I'm gonna see it for anything less for this movie. No fucking way. It's like was one of the worst movies of last year, and good God, man. Oof, oof, oof. I thought overall like 2020 was like kind of like a mediocre year for movies. I mean, because like a lot of them were delayed and stuff, but whatever came out was kind of like mediocre. So that's just me. One night. What the hell is that? Okay. Um. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Okay. On Series X is amazing. Oh, okay. Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you about Monster Hunter World on the Series X. Okay. Huge improvement over Xbox One X and especially Xbox One. I've heard like the frame rate is awesome. It's like a steady like 60 frames, and I think it's in 4K. I think it's in 4K. Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah, I'd love to have like one of those new consoles. More so the Series X for me, just to see how the old games play. I'm not really. I mean, of course, it doesn't have any games. I get it, but I'm interested in like the how they look and stuff and how they play. Also, no DRM bullshit in it like on PC. Did Monster Hunter World have DRM on the PC? I'm not sure what you're referring. Are you talking about Steam or? I'm not really sure what you're referring to. The frame rate is far more consistent even on high res settings, and also it is 4K. Okay, that's that's awesome, man. That's great. Let's see. Come on, Disney Plus does not work on my PC. It does not access my account on there. I think I reset my password. Maybe that's it. I did watch like a really cool oh fucking A, okay, like a really like a little cute little Pixar film. Worst video games ever made. Okay. Um, it like they have like this thing on Disney Plus. Because I watch like try to watch as much as I can. Um, I'm trying to enjoy Disney Plus now. I did download this little animated film called Burrow. It's called a Spark Shorts, which is like these short little Pixar animated short films, and that thing was awesome. I thought it was really funny, really cute. Um, I have to rewatch this again because it was awesome. I didn't really like Soul, to be honest. Not a big fan of Soul. Um, Little overrated in my opinion, and I had a lot of problems with that new Pixar film Soul. Than everybody else. Everybody else loved this film, loved the film, but I didn't see it. I had a lot of problems with the movie. Um, I did like the Muppet stuff on Disney Plus. I must say, Capcom put De Novo DRM on. Oh my god, fuck that. Oh my god, that's a good thing I didn't play that. Um, which is awesome because I'm a huge Muppets fan. So there was like a new Muppets show called Muppets Now that I watched. Um, oh, there was one season of this. But Muppets Now, I actually I enjoyed. Uh, it was fucking hilarious that TV show. That was a new TV show that came out on Disney Plus, so I did like that. Yeah, there was a new Mulan movie that initially came out on Disney Plus, and you had to pay like $30 or something, or whatever it is, $20. I don't even know. And now I think it's like free or something. I think it was like a couple months later, then it ended up being free on Disney Plus. Um, but it's like kind of universally hated, especially by Mulan. People who loved Mulan. I haven't seen Mulan in a while, but you know, from what I remember, it's a great animated film back in the day. So hey, look at Mulan 2020 film on Rotten Tomatoes. The reviewers gave it a 73%, which is still excessively high. And the audience gave it a 49%. Look at that big, huge fucking difference. Oh my god. Look, you guys gotta see this. Look at that shit. Mulan, man. Look at that. That is awful. Reviewers got it completely fucking wrong, and it's more along the lines of this. But if you compare it to the Mulan animated film, let's look at this. Not Mulan 2. Wow, Mulan 2 came out like, wow, okay. I didn't even know there was a Mulan 2. Okay. 1998. 86%, 85%. And I know in Angry Joe's review, they gave it like a 10 out of 10. That was a great film. And I would probably agree with a 10 out of 10. So even this is kind of a little bit lower, but man, look at that huge fucking difference, though, man. It drives me crazy sometimes to see the differences, and even the audiences who give it excessively high, and the reviewers are somewhat, I would agree with, and it's kind of there's like a weird thing with that. Soul got a 95.89. I don't see it. What the fuck is this? Iron Mask unites Jackie Chan and Arnold to a bizarro. Okay, that's kind of weird. Anyway, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Okay. And loading screens on Series X and Monster Hunter World are non-existent. They last like 1 to 4. Oh my god, that's insane, man. That's crazy. I'm trying to think of other Disney Plus stuff at the same time. I do want to see the animated Mulan film, and what's really nice is they have Willow on Disney Plus, which is awesome. I still need to watch that, and I do want to work on a review for that. Well, I still have Disney Plus, so I do want to watch that. After I finish Kiki's Delivery Service, I think I will watch Willow, because I only have it for a couple of days before they charge me for the next year. So, I mean, if you guys know anything else on Disney Plus that's worth watching, let me know. But other than Mandalorian, there's not really anything that really catches my eye. I did watch Onward, which was like the first Pixar film that came out earlier this year, and I thought that was better than Soul. Not by much, but it was not a really good Pixar film, but I think it had more heart and soul than fucking Pixar Soul. Go figure. Monster Hunter World and Series X huge boost, and also other games like Halo Master Chief Collection, Doom Eternal, and more I tested. I cannot wait to see how to test it out myself, man. Like Series X on all those different games. Definitely interesting. Oh, they have the Simpsons episodes too. They have a lot of Simpsons though. The Greatest Showman. Let me look at the score for that one. Oh, that came out 2017. What the hell? Oh wow. With a Barnum style, far more intriguing. Hmm. I don't know about that one. Yeah, at this point, I'm not really talking about Mandalorian. I'm kind of done with it at this point. If you don't already know, so I understand if you want to leave, or but I already discussed it earlier. Doom 2016 with the 4K patch was playable on Xbox One X, but had frame rate drops several times while on Series X. No frame rate drops at all, and loading times on Doom are 50 to 70% faster. Man, I can't wait to get a Series X, man, but I have to wait until this shit clears up with the scalpers and shit and the availability of the fucking system. So it's gonna be a while. I'm not in any rush though. That's the thing. Oh, okay. So all the Star Wars movies on Disney Plus are available in 4K, which is interesting. But oh, even the prequels too. Even the prequels. Okay, interesting. Okay, I might have to watch Episode 3 on there. I actually didn't know that. Because I have the prequels in uh on Blu-ray, and I still have to rewatch Episode 3 because I need to work on a review for that eventually. Also, Series X is perfect for Republic Commando, given that that game is Xbox One enhanced and it can't hit 60 FPS. Really? Okay. And but on Series X it can. Okay. I can't wait for the Series X, man, to just to play it for myself and get into that. For sure. Let me get out of that. Okay. OBS. Yeah, if you want to check out my Facebook group, Star Wars Reviewers, talk everything about Star Wars. So if you're interested in that, you know, I put a link in the description. So we also have a non-Star Wars group called Crossroads of the Omniverse. You can also find that in the link in the description down below too. I still need to do a review for Wonder Woman and post that here because I did post a review for Soul just recently, so I do need to do something for Crossroads. So if you're interested and you want to join, everyone's welcome to join Crossroads and Star Wars Reviewers at this time. So feel free to join and follow me on Twitter as well at the Django Fett. I put a link in the description. Everything's in the description down below. So if you want to check that out, I don't really post too much, but every now and then I do. The Macho Mandalorian, yep. And look at that, CJ. Okay. Alright, so that is it for OBS. Okay. Okay. Yeah, for I think the problem comes with the live streams is I have to test the internet speed, and then the for the games it's kind of going to be more of an issue. So I just have to just test out the internet beforehand, and I think my PC was kind of like really dusty and it was just performing very slow. So I think it is a drastic difference. Let's see. Let me look at the chat. Sonic Generations on Xbox was at 1080p and it looks pixelated and kind of awful, but on Series X, full K, no frame rate issues. Macho Mandalorian, yeah. Games that are Xbox One enhanced, Fallout 3, had no frame rate issues. I'm guessing performed at 60 frames. Should perform at the 60 frames, no problem. Greatly with the Xbox Series X. That's great. I mean, because I feel like there are maybe a few games on Xbox One X that even when you play some of the original Xbox games, they don't perform like in 60 or whatever. They kind of perform below, like maybe like 40 frames or something like that. Um, also just cost 3 also benefits. Okay. So I do feel like there was maybe problems with the Xbox One X. It's not a perfect system by any means, but Series X it seems like to fix all of those issues from what I've what you're telling me. Just Cause 3 is a fantastic game. Oh my god. Let me see if I have the ability to do. Can I do Game Pass on here? Oh, Game Bar. Is that what it is? No, not Game Bar. Game Pass. No. I don't remember how to do Game Pass on here. God. I think it's the Xbox app. Also benefits given it maintains a flawless, whereas it's sometimes. I just don't think even Nice Old Republic 1 even did 60 frames that much. Like maybe 40 or 50. But I would be lucky to get 60. I just there was that look that it seemed like it was going 60, but it wasn't. Oh, okay, so I got Game Pass on here. Okay, good. Awesome. Okay. So I can get, let me check out the library. My collection, all games. I highly recommend Xbox Game Pass if you don't have it already. Why do I have 2 copies of Forza Horizon 3? Doesn't make any fucking sense. Special standard edition and then okay. That's kind of fucking weird. Killer Instinct I need to play, yeah. Okay, so how do I go into okay. So I've always it's always been kind of weird with Game Pass, but I've just figured it out now, so maybe I can show you guys real quick. So you can actually use the Xbox Game Pass through PC. I mean, that's not an issue, but you can get some other different games, like different games on oh, they have Age of Empires 3. Holy shit, Definitive Edition. That's awesome. I've been meaning to play that. It's a brand new game too. Awesome. That's okay. Oh my god, yes. I've already played Age of Empires 3 last year, but I love that game. Easily my favorite Age of Empires game. Huh. This is interesting. Because I think PC games, some of the PC games are different than on the Xbox. So, BattleTech, yeah. Oh, I can play that one too. So these are the Xbox Game Pass games on X. Oh, you can play Crusader Kings 3. Okay. I need to play that. So this is like the appeal of Xbox Game Pass. Like you can play this at any time. As long as you have Game Pass. Endless Space 2, yeah. Ugh, Fallout 76. No thanks. Huh. Great game. Halo 2 Anniversary. Okay, Halo Wars. Let me go back to the chat real quick. It wasn't even at 30, it was worse. Okay. Yeah, they vary their pet selection bit depending on the platform. Yeah, you're right. I think. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know about this one. Halo Spartan Strike. I've actually played Spartan Assault and I actually liked it quite a bit. On PC, I think. I think I played it on PC. But I do want to get this. 1 terabyte available. It's 1.12. I think this is on Game Pass. Let me check Halo Spartan Strike real quick. I don't even know about this game. It released in 2014. What the fuck? Because I remember this game. I've played this. This came out a year after. Okay. That is weird. I didn't even know about the Spartan Strike. That is interesting. Huh. Let me check over here real quick. Do you have an external SSD with a USB cable? External SSD? Yeah, I do. Yeah. I think I have one or two. Yeah. I'm gonna check on Steam real quick if the Halo Spartan Strike. Because I think I have one of the Halo games on here. Halo Spartan Assault. Okay. So I played and it took me like 2.5 hours. And that was a fun game I had on Steam. So I actually really need to play that. I don't know why they didn't have a third game. But that was not a bad game. I'll have to install one of these games right now. If you are getting, you will strongly need that external. Yeah. I'll be sure to get one for sure. An extra one maybe. So this is 38 gig. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll probably come back to that. I'm just gonna keep checking these other games that are on here on Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, I need to play that. CJ, can you do me a favor and check for Halo Spartan Strike on Xbox Game Pass on your Series X? Because I just want to see if that's there. Because if it's there, then I'll be sure to download it for myself. So just let me know if it's there or not. Because I can just play it on Xbox. I don't need to play it on PC. Those need to be stored in the eternal. Okay, gotcha. Oh, I need to play that. Okay, Mech Warrior Mercenaries. Okay. Ape Out. Oh, I need to play that. I need to play that shit. Okay, all Halo games, including... Oh, I need to play Guacamelee too. Yeah. See, this is the thing about Game Pass, man. It's like almost like Netflix of games, but it's just like there's so many games out there that you want to like dive into and play, and there's a lot of good, interesting stuff. But Netflix nowadays is not really interesting to me anymore. But this is like, not bad. They will stay on Game Pass forever. No need to buy them. Yeah, exactly. You don't need to buy them. You can just go on Game Pass and just get your games there. This is the evolution of games now. You know, this game services. You know, I played Rage 2. I like this game a lot. This is not a bad game. I don't know what Angry Joe was thinking or other people are thinking, but story sucks, but the gameplay is phenomenal. It's so much fun. So screw the haters. I played it on Xbox One X and Series X. It's bound to look great. So yeah, I mean Bethesda games are all going to be exclusive on Xbox too. So eventually down the road, like when the new games come out, they have to be exclusive to Xbox. There's no way it can come out for PS4. Maybe on PC, yeah, that shouldn't be an issue, but PC and Xbox, that's the way it should be. Not for PlayStation anymore. I'm not a Microsoft's fanboy or anything like that. That's just the way it should be because you want that competition, and that's the way you. I mean, you bought Bethesda in the first place. You don't like okay, let's just. You're gonna have your games go on there too. No, that would be fucking stupid. Yeah, these are all the games, guys. I'm just showing right now. Like, this is just for PC. On Xbox, I'm sure there's like a couple of others that are not shown on here. Oh, my cat's going a little crazy. Wasteland 3, I need to play. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the games. What games do I have installed? Stab a kitty. God damn it. Okay, bad news. I just researched and it never got an Xbox Series X port, so that means only will. Okay. Okay, that's weird because that was like the first time I saw that, and I was like, "What is that?" I was like just surprised by that game, because that was like my first time seeing it, and I've seen it on Steam, Halo Spartan Assault, so that was kind of weird to me. Where is that Halo? Yeah, Halo Spartan Strike. That's a because I like Spartan Assault. It was a fun little game. So I'm gonna have to get this right now. I'm gonna have to install, create a desktop shortcut, show these options. Yep. Okay. Halo Spartan Strike. I'm sure it's not as good as the first one, but yeah, it's got an average 3. Let's see this one. Yeah, close to a 4, so bad. It's not loading at all. But yeah, this wasn't a bad game. I'm surprised by that because that's a game that could easily be ported on Xbox on the Xbox port. So that's very weird. So what games do I have installed? I don't know why I have 2 copies of this shit, man. I don't get it. Shadow War. Okay. Manage installs. Games installed. I don't think I need Future Rage right now. I'll just uninstall that. And then I already have Forza Horizon 3 and 4. Probably uninstall 3. It's just taking too much freaking space as it is. I do need to play MechWarrior 5 though. I'm a big MechWarrior fan, but I don't understand the mechanics, so that's gonna be the only thing for me. Don't spend money on this. Okay, well, what's the score? 43 gigabytes. Well, it's a good thing I didn't spend money on it. One advice for Series X, I hope you have a 4K TV with the HDMI 2.1 so that way you can have 120 frames per second, 8K, and a very... 8K is not going to be a thing right now, CJ. That's the thing. Like, 8K is not... no. But 120 frames, yes. Yeah, if your TV can support that. HBI 2.1, do not suffer the... I think I have 2.1. I'll have to check, though. Because I bet I need to look for another TV in the future. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, but yeah, I don't know. It's just uh yeah, I need to get like a bigger TV for sure. For my downstairs. Um I'm kind of looking for like a 65-inch 4K TV because I have a 55-inch. So I do need to get like a 65-inch and you know, I would love to get like an OLED TV, but that's if I have the money for it. I think oh, just installed. Okay, cool. I will uninstall that because I can just play it on Xbox. Let me check Game Pass again. Maybe I can install another game. You gotta check without. You won't get any more visual features other than 4K 60 frames. Okay. So, I'm gonna install this game real quickly, and I'm actually gonna be ending the live stream pretty soon, actually, too. So I'm gonna go back to here. Go to this. Sort by name. Okay. Ah, there's Halo right there. That is like the weirdest fucking thumbnail. Okay. So, I think I will. Let me go here real quick. Let me check something. Okay, manage installs, Age of Empires 3. Don't remember installing Forza Horizon 4. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let me go back to my here OBS and then here. Okay, so I think I will end the stream right now because I'm pretty much done. I don't really have much to discuss at this point. I've already discussed everything Mandalorian, and it's just dragging on at this point, this live stream. So I think I will end it right now. I really appreciate you guys watching this live stream. If you have, CJG, really appreciate it, and others out there. I have a bunch of other stuff going on. I have a bunch of top 10 lists for this year, which is going to come out next year, of course. And I will also be working on a Boba Fett omnibus, which I am really excited for. And I'll make an announcements for the other stuff I'm going to be working on after I finish my top 10 lists. Okay, see you, CJ. I'll see you later, man. So Boba Fett omnibus. At least you guys know I will be doing that, and I'll make announcements for my other future stuff. Probably in like February, maybe March time. What's to come for 2021. So I hope you guys have a great new year, great rest of your year, despite it being shitty with you know what. But here's hoping to 2021 and a brand new year, and hopefully that ends up being better than this year. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video, live stream, whatever. I don't know when the next live stream will end up being, but we will see. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay.